from Starlight Lanes in Bernalillo, New Mexico. We got the title matches of today's JBT tournament, both divisions at once. Handicap in the 5th frame, scratch just beginning. So in the handicap division, Lauren Jaramillo, whose career best finish with us is second, looking to win that first career title, but she's got her hands full against top seed Jacob Marquis. Jacob has to win this match by 4 to tie, 5 to win, and if she can spare up this 10 pin, she will trail by 20. Could have been worse though, as Jacob started with the front 3 and has then opened twice since then. However, Lauren herself has 2 opens without a double, so she really needs this 10 pin to stay within shouting distance in the match, and she got it. Scratch division was the Super Strike division today. The 10 semifinalists for 7 games won a combined plus 2381. 2381, highlighted by top seed Harley Swigert to plus 358. Taking on second seed Nick Devlin at plus 306. I don't expect anything less than a strike fest here as well. Harley did open in the first, however, so we won't have a 300 tie, which I thought was in play here the way the scores have been going today. They started playable and have never changed from that playability. Nick had a goof up of a game in game 2, a 169, which dropped him to second to last in the tournament at minus 11. Since then, he has been putting up X after X to get all the way up to plus 306 from there. In fact, check this out. Harley shot 289 and 300 in games 3 and 5, and Nick had a better 3-4-5 series than Harley. How is that possible? Well, Harley's middle game was 202, so he shot 791 for games 3, 4, and 5. Devlin came up with 52, 79, 65 for 796 for those 3. Plus 125 to make the cut today. Extraordinarily high. That's a 225 average. And pattern had some playability, and talented players. Topography's good here. All contributed to just one of those days where everything went right for a lot of players. Everything not going right now for Marquis. He's had his 3rd open in a row, and he's up quickly. Finally gets back there on the strikes. He's got 105 through 6. Lauren a theoretical 94, so she trails now by only 11, getting another 4 of those back in handicap. So she hasn't done a whole lot right in this title match yet, but Marquis has backed up to her. Let's see if she can take advantage of it here in the 7th frame. Yeah, sure can. That's about right. Joey Balistreri pointing out that U of A is not bearing down today. Lauren was also the number 2 qualifier in the girls scratch division, but Vanessa Romero took that title, as she does so often around these parts, 193 to 182. Wow, Swigert blasts that rack apart. Marquis, for his part, also appeared in a side event title match today, beating Nathan Wynn 205 to 149 for the U17 side event win. Jaramillo for a double. Oh, she gets it on the Brooklyn side. She'll take it. Harley loves shooting 300s in New Mexico and hates the result of that shot. Because I don't know if we're finally starting to see some transition on the lanes or what, but that ball squirted on Harley. We've seen a number of buckets out of players, and it's a makeable split, but Harley is not happy to leave a 3-7 here. Unable to get it. Meanwhile, speaking of carry down, Marquis leaves an 8-10, and that is his 4th open in 5 frames, and combined with Jaramillo's double puts him behind in the match. Jacob likes to bowl extremely fast. I think a skill he needs to learn to take the next step is to slow down, especially when things start to fall apart. You can lead to throwing bad shots like that more often than not. Easy for us old adults to say that, but when your mind is racing 1,000 miles an hour, you don't think you're going as fast as you are, by the way, too. If Jacob or his dad was to tell his dad was to tell Jacob to slow down right now, he probably would say, "I am slowing down," and that's just not true. Good job with the spare, though. I wonder why he's repping that shirt today. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Jacob might win a JBT today. Go, Jacob, go. Go, Jacob, go. So Jaramillo with the chance of the lifetime for her whole family. Oh, labels it right in the 1-3, taking huge advantage of the Marquise misses, consolidates that broken with a 3 in a row on her own, and she is in the driver's seat. Big sister, no JBT titles, though a couple top 5s. Trying to avenge the family's honor here. You can win the doubles December.
That's a good point.
Strike would lock it up. I think that locks it up anyway. The best Marquis can do is 181, which means she only needs 178. She's at 181 with a miss. Guess what? There's a champ in the Jaramillo household. Sure. Spare for good measure. There is your winner. Frustrating one for Jacob. He bowled so well all day. Started out with the front 3 strikes as well. Looked like everything was going to go his way. And then mid-game, it just all fell apart. Wrap 10, he misses it. Follows it up with 2 splits in the next 4 frames. One game of bowling goes awful darn quick. And a much better second half of the game for Lauren. 193 stretch. There's your champ. Yeah, there's the smile of the champ.
Now we see some emotion. Right.
Yeah, a bit of a poker face here. Finally, look at that smile. There you go. Nice job, Lauren. I think Jacob just experienced some carry down. Maybe a little bit of adrenaline, throwing the ball too fast. Squirting through the brakes caused most of his trouble here in the back half of the game. Yeah, well, you want to make it on camera here at least, please?
He's going for it.
Oh,
Man, that was close.
it's a tough finish for the Talon Marquis. He's doing fantastically on the full season, though, and he'll be back for more, I'm sure. Devlin is clean without a double here, shooting in the 7th. And there's that double.
Good job, Jacob.
Double gives him a 14-pin lead. And so far, not that high-scoring a title game here. As Harley has 2 doubles, but has fractured those 2 doubles with 2 opens. Looking for 3 in a row himself. Crushes that rack. Nick will be proud to have gotten into the title match, but he'll be super happy if he comes up with the win here, just because you're coming back from second to last. You got on a high-scoring pace. I mean, that 790 that we talked about to get him to plus 185 after qualifying. Remember, the cut was plus 120, so if he shot 720, that wouldn't have been enough to even make the cut. So he needed most of the pins that he's been getting all day long. As Swigert again, that light hit just shreds it. The 410, the last 2 pins to fall. Puts him back in the lead, and we might go back and forth the rest of the way here as each bowler looks to have figured out the little details of this title match pair. Thanks as always to the crew at Starlight for hosting us. Great job every time. Oh, will it roll it? No. Nick was calling for that ball to shim the whole way, and it did. It might have shimmed a pinch more than he wanted it to have that ball finish late and leave that wrap 10. Both of these bowlers off to fine starts here, still fairly early in the new season. And they have matched each other. They are tied with 16 career titles. And this will be a temporary tiebreaker. No matter who wins this, the other might catch up at some point, and the other might catch back up again the other way. two of the very best we got on tour this season. Nick in his senior season as well. In fact, he barely made the age cutoff to even bowl this season. Take a re-rack and think about it. Max out for 227. Harley at a 223 pace right now. That's 9 spare strike the rest of the way. So. Bottom line, you need some X's. Alright. Here's a little last little look to that left-hand lane. You won't have to bowl on it again unless there's a tie. Should be unlikely, but stranger things have happened. Hardly a chance to put this away before Nick can even throw a bowling ball again. Wide. Oh man, it comes roaring right back. Confident shot from Swagger, who has put it all together this season. Tons of wins, a couple 300 games. Stephen Wood also had a 300 today. He and Harley the only two on the day. Oh, but the same problem he's had on this lane bites him again in the 10th frame. 3-7 in the 4th, and now again the 3-7 in the 10th. If he makes it, Nick would need to double in the 10th. If he misses it, Nick, well, let's see what happens on the count before we even say it. Up rather quickly. I think that was a mistake to go so fast at that split. He should have taken his time on that, in my opinion, given that a much better attempt than that. He gets the 1 for 210, so now Nick only needs 1 strike to win. I think that was a spare attempt born of extreme frustration. It won't matter if Nick doesn't get this strike, so this hit here for the title. Got it. $220, $169 for -11 after 2 games. Needed to go plus 134 from that point just to make the cut. Instead he went plus 200 from there. 260 to 220, 260 and 220 in the abbreviated sprint semifinals. He beat Christian Apollonio in the semifinal. Apollonio beat first-time finalist Kellen Lavery in round 1, and now just any kind of count here to lock up 17. Shims that one, holds, and there's your winner. And the only good piece of news on that for Harley is that even if he had made it, it wouldn't have mattered now if Nick had still gotten those strikes, and those were always ifs in that point. But tough pills for our top seeds in both divisions to swallow today. But well-deserved wins by Lauren and Nick. Good stuff here from Bernalillo. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. Back for more. 17 to 16, folks.